The 1st Battalion, the Rhodesian Light Infantry, find time in its brilliant but short history to parade with full colours. So much depended on the RLI at the battlefront. So much depended on each man, whether he be regular or territorial, that the nation could never spare the RLI the luxury to savour its victories or to enjoy its own company at full battalion strength. But here, with green colours flying, unfurled for the first time since 1969, a sad moment occurred. Those colours were to be laid in a military ceremony rarely performed, the laying of the colours. But in this case also, a ceremony to mark the disbanding of a proud unit upon the coming of peace.
Order! Up! Standard! 8!
The commanding officer, Lieutenant Colonel J.C.W. Orst, MLM, arrives for the last time to inspect the green and silver, the 4 commandos, the Rhodesian Light Infantry, and in the background, the Corps of Signals Band.
General salute! Present! Up! Order! Up! Order! Up!
Formed on the 1st of February 1961, the 1st Battalion, the Rhodesian Light Infantry, was represented on parade by members of 1 Commando, the Big Red, 2 Commando, by 3 Commando, the Lovers, and Support Commando, the Elite, plus integrated members of base group attached for the parade to the commandos they served in the field. Major I. Buttonshaw, the officer commanding 1 Commando, led the parade as parade commander. Adjutant was Captain Rick Van Molson, BCR, and the parade was under the ever-watchful eye of RSM K.H. Reed. Major the Reverend Bill Blakeway, the RLI's Padre, was present to accept the colours of the battalion into safekeeping. And, as always, the officers and men were magnificent, as much on the parade square as on the battlefield. It was on the 1st of February 1968, on the 5th birthday of the RLI, that the Honourable I.D. Smith, Prime Minister of Rhodesia, toasted the regiment. He said, "The incredible Rhodesian Light Infantry," and then followed the unofficial nickname of the unit, the Incredibles. Let us remember the Book of Remembrance. The 14 who died on ops. The 84 killed in action. The wounded, the maimed. The next of kin. All parts of the great RLI family, said Lieutenant General Peter Walls on the 1st of February 1975. Thank God for the RLI. He said it for everybody. chopper from one of the previous Fire Force units comes to dip its blades at the altar of respect. A salute to an incredible relationship. It was in the RLI Association magazine, Cheetah, that the commanding officer had written, "To quietly and unemotionally place a regiment into the files of history is a monstrous thing. For a regiment of the texture and caliber of the RLI, it is an appalling thing. In nearly 20 years of loyal service, the regiment was touched by the golden brush which paints only the richest things in life. We must never forget." Infantry, especially written for the RLI as a slow march, the troopers and officers of the regiment give eyes right to their commanding officer, who takes the salute just some 100 meters from the area by tradition established as holy ground, where on the 1st of February 1979, the statue of the troopy was unveiled. Quite naturally, the slow march was renamed The Incredibles. To the strains of the Saints, the regimental march, the battalion broke into quick time for the final march past.
And to the world will report that a golden period of history as the 1st Battalion, the Rhodesian Light Infantry, will march off to the square and into history. To mark this dramatic and to many of us heart-rending occasion, we will shortly pay our last tribute and say farewell to our colours, which we have carried aloft with such pride and honour through more than 14 years of war. There is so very much that one could say at a time like this, yet it is a sacred moment, a moment for personal meditation and reflection. There is little I can say to alleviate our sorrow at this time. If the world mourns not or knows not of our passing, let us rest assured that the great captains of history would, and those who study military affairs will know that a fine regiment is lost to the honourable profession of arms this day. I can simply say that we, the final team of this wonderful regiment, must leave this square not only in grief, but with intense pride, dignity, and honour.
And so to the laying of the colours, the Queen's colours, approved by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II from drawings produced at the College of Arms and presented to the regiment on the 19th of June 1965 by the then Governor of Rhodesia, Sir Humphrey Gibbs. Unique amongst all regiments in the Commonwealth, the RLI colours have a wreath of flame lilies surrounding the regimental crest, all other colours serving the British monarch having roses and thistles. The regimental colours were presented at the same time, the colours of which General Puffle said should and must wear the battle honours, the Zambezi Valley. Hands of the Church are laid the regimental colours of the 1st Battalion, the Rhodesian Light Infantry, this day, the 17th of October, 1980.
Now in the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, and the love of God, and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit, rest and remain all of us here, and all those who remember Christ. Amen.
And to their regimental march for the last time ever, the Rhodesian Light Infantry marches off the parade square and into a secret place in all our hearts.
Egypt ne malaya
Takawati kakunda
Bekare seline rodisa
Takawati kakunda
Muhendo
And so an era came to an end. From 1890 until 1980, the fighting forces of Rhodesia found themselves tested time and time again and never found wanting. Never beaten in battle, they eventually succumbed to the political defeats of their age. From the British South Africa Company Police, who were responsible for the security of the Pioneer Column, through the Matabele Wars, the Shona, and the Matabele Rebellions, to the RLI. Their list of honors, achievement, and yes, at times infamy, is long. From the ill-fated Jameson Raid, the Boer War, 2 World Wars, Malaya, and the counterinsurgency operations, they fought hard, they fought bravely, and they fought with honor. These forces passed into the pages and annals of history. Some of them were merged into the forces of the new Zimbabwe nation, whilst others were allowed a formal march into history, and some just faded away without any recognition. Let history record the noble deeds, brave spirits, and the valor of those forces of a country that is no more. Let us therefore remember the British South Africa Police, the Rhodesian African Rifles, the Rhodesian Light Infantry, the Rhodesia Regiment, the Rhodesian Air Force, and all those who serve so ably in all branches of the fighting forces.
To the victor goes the privilege of writing history, and whilst the warriors of Rhodesia may not gain the recognition on those pages that are written, they live on in the hearts and minds of those who once so proudly served in their ranks.
Banana